the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Here we go, set.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
The Buccaneers at 2-6 now on the year. Yeah, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
10. Little striker. Striker. 3-3.
He's going to try and do this himself. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The keeper there good for about 9, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and inches.
That's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Smith red. Blue check.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This defense for the Chiefs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Drill 52. 10 cycles.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trucks over him and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Red cycle.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Strike. Check strike.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Harrison Butker.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how frequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Close, 10. Ready?
Back to throw here.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16.
And cycle. Hill.
First and 10.
Ref, Hill.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
He'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already? They're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Mahomes now to throw.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half.
Buccaneers, nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off 4 Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Here we go. Here we go. Right, 97. Right.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They begin with a run by Fournette. And some room to... There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Touchdown! Marquez Valdes-Scantling on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half.
Harrison Butker to kick off 4 Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the locker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with career touchdown number 60. And the Chiefs are pouring it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, back to Fournette. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
23 yards on the play.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult. 2
yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Running left, it's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to at least get one score back. Extra point up and good by Sanders. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer. And now here is another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
Drill 52.
Ball resting on the 9 on 3rd and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready up. And cycle.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's got a man, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for KC. 43 yards.
At the 4-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
2nd and 11. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 27 yards.
And the Chiefs continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Here we go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the first down on the Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Chiefs 84, Buccaneers 28. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had. There he goes, left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On the double.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they... And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out. Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Striker, 3, 3, 10.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they